Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. This broadcast is for demonstration educational purposes only. It's important to know that we're not offering any type of trading advice here today, nor are we licensed financial advisors. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, we highly recommend consulting with a licensed financial advisor. All right, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, October 29th. If you're joining us today, that's the good news. Hallelujah. You're still in the game. Any day above ground is a blessed day. Let's take a quick look at the Forex Factory. October 29th, there's an elephant in the room, and it's not crude oil inventories. At 2 o'clock is the FOMC statement. That's the elephant in the room. Will there be or will there not be? Is the question. From what I'm reading, it's highly likely that there's a quarter point reduction interest rate cut. So we have FOMC today. We know historically, and if you don't know, what my experience has been when the FOMC is getting ready to release a report on these FOMC days, the market is very choppy, doesn't have a clear direction. A ranging, choppy, slow-moving market is what my experience has been. So we're going to proceed with caution. We're going to expect the worst, but hope for the best. So govern yourselves accordingly. 9:30 this morning, 9:45, Canada has some big reports. At 10, we have pending home sales month over month. With these interest rate cuts, that real estate market is going to come back. It's going to get hot, hot, hot. Crude oil inventories, 10:30, 2 o'clock FOMC. Big FOMC press conference today. That's always a really nice market mover. Last interest rate cut, that ES30 range was, man, what a beautiful strategy. It locked in a couple of tremendous winners. Personally, I don't trade during those red folder reports. I've learned the hard way. And in fact, I've even done it live here on this live stream. Traded the FOMC report and just got hammered. So I'm a spectator once that report is released. And tomorrow, looking forward, we have another big day. We've got the potential trade deal with China. And then we have the post-interest rate cuts. We have earnings, a lot of catalyst events. Speaking about catalyst events, yesterday, NVIDIA and Nokia, they formed a $1 billion partnership. It sent that chip maker's stock, NVIDIA, over the 200 price point. All right, let's get ready to rumble. If today's your first day joining us, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be showcasing the automated bots here at Right Line Trading. We've kind of got the perfect storm coming. When I think of the perfect storm, a storm coming, I think of this. I'm down in Florida. We're kind of in the hurricane capital of the world here, it seems. But we got Melissa. Melissa just hit Jamaica full effect and heading into Cuba. But the perfect storm I'm referring to is for trading. With all these different catalyst events, we were hoping that this week would be a huge mover. We haven't seen it yet, but I think Thursday and Friday, the potential is much greater. This afternoon as well. So what we do normally, we've got a really nice diversified portfolio of strategies, and we enable the strategies, allow them to run through the Asian session, through the London Open, the New York Stock Exchange. And we have, right before the New York Stock Exchange, we have what we refer to as our leaderboard. Our leaderboard, these are the what have you done for me latelys. The bots that are doing the best today, which is the only day that matters. So this leaderboard is telling us something. What it's telling us is that we really don't have a bot doing well, right? It's telling us do not take a trade. If I scroll to the bottom, you'll see this is where the vast majority of my bots are in the red. I don't want a copy of a bot that's getting hammered. I like to see a bot that's on my leaderboard, that's found the ebb and flow of the market, and that's making some profits, and I feel comfortable and confident putting it on my trade copier. I can't say at this point that I feel that today. But all that can change very quickly. Yes, the answer is yes, Mike. Yes, yesterday, yes. My name on Discord, I'm that logo for the company. I'll show it to you if I can. We've spoke before, Mike. I'll send you a message right now. There you are. Oh, you sent me one yesterday. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry for the delay, sir. Thank you for your message. Very interesting experience you have. Just reading through your comment briefly. Yes, I'll definitely be in touch with you. I'll reply to it. Yes, you did. You did DM the correct person. It was me that missed it. Okay. So we also released very recently what we call our ChatGPT trade analyst. And I'm going to pop in the numbers for this week, which have not been good. But I'm going to do a very short look back. What I can do is take my trade performance. This is the performance of crude oil up until the 27th. If I put it up onto the 29th, this is our one-day pass on crude. It's taken some losers since. It's down to 16,000. Not too shabby. But what I'm going to do is we're just going to look at this week's trades, the 27th to the 29th. I'm going to generate the results. I'm going to enable all of my accounts. I'm going to right-click and export. And save this download to my computer. And then what I can do is I can go to my AI analyst, which is leveraging ChatGPT. And I'm going to add that file. And once I've added it, I'm going to process this week's trades. And it's going to tell me in very short order which bots are performing the best this week. Good morning, Dre. Good to see you. Let me shut my door. Hang on one sec. Okay, I'm back. This guy Huang from NVIDIA. What a brilliant genius this guy is. Incredible. Has a real vision. Please re-export your data using this path. Okay, I'll have to see what went wrong here. I'm not sure. Oh, I did the summary. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to switch it to trades. Now, once we have trades, then we're going to export that. That's what I did wrong. So very important, at the top left, put it on trades. Then you would calculate the days that you want to look back and then generate. Good morning, Mandinga. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Armand. Okay, the Mack truck, number one, not a surprise. In fact, the Mack truck is the only one, with exception to the Sniper bot, which is also leveraging a 20 Unarenko. So the 20U Mack truck, a very large bar, 20 Unarenko Sniper, is break even. The rest of them are very close to break even. So you could see it's been a really rough week with this current chop that we've been seeing. So the Mack truck is number one. That's the takeaway. All right, here we go. The market's going to open here in just a minute. We're going to proceed with caution. Nice pop right at the open. What we didn't look at is what the market did pre-market, but you could see with that NASDAQ got a big leg up with that announcement with NVIDIA. The E-mini, choppy, sideways. The bot that we're looking at here on this chart is the leapfrog. That's the one we're watching. A very nice pullback and go entry. A signal C. A beautiful signal C entry. The velocity's on my leaderboard. Needed to get in our window, our profit window. As so far, not very good follow through. A ranging, choppy market. Let's see if we can get a leg up. Let's make it a little easier for it since we're ranging. Curious if where the bot has moved the profit target. Bot's not even in this trade. What did I do? Okay, we got it into our window now by moving the profit target down just a little bit. It got us a nice profitable trade. Our 30 range 1-day pass is in on the E-mini. I was speaking to Suk and his wife Amy yesterday, and while we installed their system, the ES30 took a trade and went all the way. I think he's going to play it today on one of his evals. Suk and Amy have been a member with us for a long time. This is the 1-day pass on the E-mini. We'll take a quick look at gold. Gold is back at 4,000, over 4,000, 4,025. Good movement on gold. Trying to get in the profit window on the 1-day pass here. Here it comes. Here it comes. Come on, take one little bump up. Almost in the window. Maybe Suk has it. Come on, a little bit further and it'll be in my window. There it is. It just went in our window. Ah, it got it hit the stop, but that's okay. It's a really nice trade on that 1-day pass. Didn't take much for it to make that 1,500. Watching gold out of the corner of my eye here. Gold is not trading. Look at the volume on gold. 800 contracts a minute. Let me check my gold strategy. I'm going to put it on the 30 range golden goose. Let's get her on the golden goose. Make it a little more conservative. Went to the ES. You see that? Listen, be very careful. Whenever you edit a strategy, if you make any changes, always go back to the instrument and make sure it didn't change on you. There's nothing worse than thinking you're trading gold when you're trading the E-mini. Let's see if we can get into a gold move. Gold has been very volatile. Let's clean this chart up just a little bit. We're running it on a 30 range. The pivot's on 150. The volume zone, let's change it to 55. We'll put it on the next fib number. My E-mini jumped right back in long. Right now, we don't have an alignment of trend on our two time frames. You can see on my 20U, I'm above the 50. A green 50 sloping up. My 50 is the slope of it is very steep. So one of the conditions of the power play and the leapfrog is that we have to have an alignment of trend. There goes gold. Gold just took up beauty. Let's see if this has some follow through. This could be a potential path today, this morning. Let's see. Got in a little late to the move. Decent volume on gold. Ah, shoot. Unbelievable, Gerald. Here's the ES back in. Gold got stopped out. And the NASDAQ is very choppy. Choppy, choppy. Smart velocity. Let's take a look at that one. Smart velocity went short. And this ranging market, this isn't a bad strategy, let me tell you. To just take profits on $100 or $150 with a really wide stop and profit target. You could take profits right here at 150, or once it reverses and goes long, we could probably take profits at 150 once it goes to the upside. So either way, you're in it, long or short. If you enter right around the 50. I'll be right back, excuse me. Okay. I was thinking, if we're going to play the hand that we were dealt, what we were dealt today is that crude oil inventory report at 10:30. At 10 o'clock, we have pending home sales. We could get a little bit of a catalyst event with that, or crude. So I think at 10 and 10:30, we might have a little bit of a chance here at a trade. ES just did the exact same thing. It came up in my profit window and made $1,500, and now it's up 2,900. The power play is actually up 160. Gerald, the crude trade might have been better at around 10:30, but hindsight is always 2020. Crude oil has been so hot on that 1 day pass. I would have done the exact same thing you did. So NVIDIA and Nokia, they formed a billion-dollar partnership. They're looking to start 6G, the 6G network, in 2026 with T-Mobile. 5G advanced and 6G networks using their new aerial RAN computer, the Arc Pro. Dell provides the server infrastructure, and it's a really nice collaboration. They're upgrading the telecom networks with AI. 6G. Wasn't long ago we were on 3G. So the technology is getting better and better, more powerful. It launched on AT&T a 1G network. Amazing. David Wise put in a time spread. I'm looking at the text alert that David sent out. He has a strategy that uses, he calls them a time spread. It's a calendar spread. He loves to play them over earnings. Oh, look at this choppy market. Bitcoin is taking a dive. It's down to 112,000. Let's bring up crude oil. We've got this first report coming out at 10. Crude's trading at just over $60 a barrel. Let's take a look. I have a crude oil bot that's trading one contract. Let's take a quick look at that. Just got a big boost of a big volume surge. It bounced right off of resistance. We need to break through all of that resistance. I'm going to change my haymaker to the crude oil. What that strategy is basically is the crude oil 1 day pass, and instead of it trading 10 contracts, I change it to one. And I put the leapfrog into it. So what we'll do is we'll bring that to our leader account. See if we get a break of all this resistance. Maybe we take a leg up here. FOMC today at 2. Thank you. Oh, we're going to get a completely different trading environment here at after 2 o'clock. I see David is putting in trades. He's very good at strategy. He knows certain companies are reporting their earnings, and he's setting up these spreads. Really smart guy. Actually going to visit him. Going up to Charleston, South Carolina. Looking forward to it. Couple new members. I want to welcome Charlotte. Christopher. Welcome, welcome. Kadar. Welcome, 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 Kadar. Hmm. Hmm. Got it. Okay. Hey, Oliver, good morning. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it and for participating. Question is, how do the red ones perform? The red ones. Are you referring to the bots that are losing? Here we go. We just got to break a resistance. Let's give it just a minute here. This could be our chance at a trade. Let's put the power play. Let's anticipate a break. Our 20U and 30 range. Let's give it a shot. Why not? Let's see if we can get along here. We just broke through upside resistance. Good morning, Judy. Wow, great job, Ken. How do the red ones perform, or are these only testing? All of the bots that you see on my control center, these are all SIM accounts. They come out of the box. Every bot comes in their own separate SIM account. And the reason we do that is so we can track historical performance for each individual bot. So there could be bots that are in the red that over a bit of a longer look back are profitable bots. So all of them run in sim. The ones that are in the green that are on the leaderboard, those are normally the ones that you'll see that I use my trade copier and I'll copy the ones that are doing the best. Ooh, look at RJ. Look at RJ. RJ was a good pick today at 150 range bar. The 20U, the 150 range for these slow, choppy, ranging climbs. Yeah, RJ does not take a lot of trades. Okay, we're in long. Kind of a risky trade, but we'll take it anyway. Oh man, I closed out my PAs. It shot right up. Do you see that? Still in my eval. Let's see if we can get in the window. Just didn't see much follow through earlier, so I bailed out at 85 or 90 bucks. Good question, Oliver. If they're the same data series, we don't want to get into conflicting positions. So we're cautious about doing that. Normally, the answer is no, we don't do it. If we're going to trade two different NASDAQ strategies, we like to put one on the NQ and one on the MNQ. The caution is exactly what I mentioned with getting into a conflicting position, one going long and the other going short. All right, Judy, congratulations on the golden goose. All right. Let me go back to the golden goose and look. Great job. I knew somebody was going to be trading gold when I looked at that chart because took a big leg up and now a big leg down and now it's bouncing back up. We're in a nice trade on gold right now. Great job, Judy. There goes gold. What a beautiful trade. It just leapfrogged. Now I'm in my profit window. No, that was my break even plus or minus. So once it went 50, I locked in 20 or 25. And now I'm in my second leg on gold. And it will go into a leapfrog if it comes within 10 or 15 ticks of my profit target. What a beautiful gold trade. Mm. Oh, I'm kicking myself. I put a really nice ATM on this one. It's almost in my window. Look at that beautiful gold trade. I need my 20 Unarenko to break through the 50 in order to capitalize on a short move on my 30 range. I need an alignment of trend. Well, that was our 10 o'clock news report that just went by. We've got a crude oil inventory report at 10:30. Nasdaq's taking a big move down. Here comes gold coming in my window. One more push up, and we're going to lock in another really nice leg of profits and get into the leapfrog. Just missed it. There it goes. Just leapfrogged. Now I've locked in a really nice profit on gold, and I'm in a leapfrog situation. This thing could run right up to resistance. Let me tell you something. Here comes the power play short. Do we want to take a short entry? We're going to need 3/4 of this candle to break through the 50. Power play is going to take off. The Mack truck just jumped in short. That's the Mack trucks trade right through the 50. Okay, we got stopped out on gold. I'll tell you, I'm tempted to take an entry. Um, See if I can get into another long on gold. I'm going to copy this Sim 101 account. There it goes. It's in. Come on, bounce, gold. Bounce. Took a loser on gold. Maybe I give it one more entry on gold. Oh, I was gonna, I was just about to play the power play. Let's see if this 20U can break through. You can see that 50 on the 20 Unorenko is a big area of support. How many days do we watch it bounce off of that 50? All right, crude inventory is coming out at 10:30. We got about 15 minutes. Here comes a haymaker long. I'm just watching the volume on gold. See if it's tradable. It's not like it was. 100, 150 contracts a minute. It's getting a bounce. We got the crude report, crude inventory in 15 minutes. That's a nice entry on the power play. Here goes gold. Gold just jumped in long. Let's see what happens. About just under 500 contracts a minute. Not too bad. Just in this consolidation pattern, just completely sideways on us. The 20U is about to break through. Oh, come on, gold. Help me out here. Go ahead. Crude inventories in 10 minutes. If I take a loser on this trade, I'm going to be on the sidelines for the day. My RSI line is headed down. Not a good sign. Yeah, I probably had no business getting into any of these trades, to be honest, David. I always liken it to being in a barber shop, and you really don't need a haircut, but just hanging out in that barber shop, you're gonna get a haircut. Um, when our leaderboard is like this, there's no reason to be trading. You'd have to be crazy like I am. Power play is in a trade right now. Took off long. All right, well, let's see what happens in the crude inventory report. These FOMC days are just brutal. Brutal. Dave, you see my leaderboard. I have, besides the 1 day pass on the E-mini, I don't have any. If you copy a bot and all of them are losing, logic and common sense tells you what the outcome is going to be. Yes, agreed. I knew better today. I was very silly. But I'm going to cut my losses where they are now. 750 across 3 accounts. I lost 1100 on my eval. But just out of curiosity, I want to hang in there until the crude oil report just to see what that strategy does on the CL. I believe it's trading a 10 range bar. It is. That's the thing with gold. It's just not one of our more consistent bots. It pulls in an enormous amount of losers. You got to really time it out. Where the Nasdaq and the E-mini have given us a little more consistency. Okay, we got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go. Let's pull up the Forex Factory. No change in September on the pending home sales. No change from the prior month and fell 0.9% year over year. Coming up behind me here on YouTube is David Wise. He's our professional options trader. He's got some really interesting strategies to trade over these earnings. And he'll be on YouTube live coming up around 11:30. Take a look at the stock market. Oh my goodness, Nvidia's to the moon. 210. I was speaking to one of our members, Bob, yesterday, and I was all proud of the gains that I had made. He 10x'd because he got into Nvidia so early. Whatever I was up, he was up 10 times the amount, which was enormous. He got in real early. He was in with Paul Pelosi. But NVIDIA over the last 24 hours went from 190 to 210. Palantir's up big. NVIDIA did a 10-to-1 split not too long ago. But since that time, I got it just before the split, and the stock has doubled since that time. Okay, we're crude inventory. Here we go. Got a little pop. I don't know why we didn't get into this move up. It would have been a nice signal B entry. We were lined up perfectly for it. Let's make sure we're enabled. Let's check our trading hours. Crude oil, 4 a.m., 4 a.m. It's not checked. My signal B wasn't checked. My trigger for the signal B, I just checked it. Your CL chart is blank unless it is on the T10 range, period. Well, if you get this little F up at the top right, Mike, it could be it's not scaling properly when you switch the bar type or the data series. It's not the F. No, I don't have any guess. If you're on the correct contract month, December of 25, maybe check how many days you're loading. Not sure, to be honest. Let's see what the crude oil report was. Bank of Canada lowered their rate to 2.25. Holy moly. Bank of Canada lowered their interest rates to 2.25. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what that would do to our real estate market? Due to our whole economy. That would be like jet fuel. So Canada lowered their interest rates today. Hopefully we follow suit. I'm looking for the crude inventory report. I don't see it. My crude finally jumped in. Let's give it a little room. Took the signal B entry. The RJ is still in on that 150 range. Let's see what RJ's doing. RJ took the trade over here at 9:55. So it's been in this trade for about 40 minutes now. Don't forget, coming up right behind me at 11:30 is David Wise right here on YouTube. Before you leave here today, please do me a favor, like my video here on YouTube if you would, even though the trading was lousy. Better days are ahead, I believe. Crude inventory falls 6.9 million barrels. So a less supply, the price is going to go up, you would think. 511, they're producing 511 million barrels less per day. The refineries are operating at 88%. Initially, there was a pop to the upside, and now it's slowed down. There goes our crude trade. Let's see if we can break through resistance here. With that crude inventory report, I think the price is going to go up. It's just a guess, though. If I think it's going to go up, it'd probably be best to go short because it'll probably go lower. It's like Dukester. The Dukester sent me a video, and people that overthink it, they think they're very intelligent. They usually aren't very good traders because the market will prove you wrong. That's a good question, Mike. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. You'd have to look at them both. Open one up and take a screenshot, and then open the other. I would imagine they are similar. This RJ bot could be in the trade of the day because it's slowly making higher highs and higher lows. Price is not breaking the 50 on the 20U, and it's slowly inching its way up. Only time will tell. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. The leaderboard always tells the story. There was nothing to follow today on an FOMC day. A rule of thumb that I need to learn a little better is don't take a trade. If the market's not giving you anything, don't try to take it. Yeah, we have, David. Russell doesn't get much volume. Let's see how many contracts if we add the Russell. The Russell gets 50 is at 58,000 contracts today. The Dow even worse, 45,000. We'd have some really great days on the Dow or the Russell, but no consistency. Kind of like gold. It would have its, moments. Here comes crude, trying to break through resistance. Gerald. Well, listen, you were very smart not trading your PA accounts. I was silly, silly, silly. Plus 580, plus 320. That's nice. All right, we're gonna give it 3 more minutes. Please don't forget, if you would, give my video here on YouTube a thumbs up. In fact, I saw somebody new here today, Oliver. So what I'm going to do is, Oliver, I'm going to put a link in the chat for a free lagometer. This is a template that you would load on your market analyzer, and I'll put a link in the room. It'll give you instant free access to this lagometer, whether you trade discretionary or on automation. It's a must-have for traders. Our visual representation of the market is on our chart. If what you're looking at isn't accurate, you're in big trouble, I assure you. Where you think you're getting in, if you have a lot of lag or latency, is really not where you're getting in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link for a free lagometer. And this is compatible with NinjaTrader 8. Let me put it on a notepad first. I can't tell you how many times I'd be in a winning trade. My P&L on my chart trader would say that I'm up $300-400, and I close the trade, and I look at my profits, and I made $60. I'm like, where did the other 300 go? Well, where it went was the lag and latency. What I was looking at happened 3 seconds ago in a fast-moving market. So it's a must-have. You got to know whether you're getting latency and lag, whether it's an automated strategy or discretionary entry. You got to make sure you're getting in and getting out at the price that you're looking at on your chart. This is your insurance that you are. If you have a lot of lag, there's some solutions that we can take. One is clearing the database. We developed a beautiful tool that does that. Another way to do it is a common culprit is the atomic clock synchronization. You always want to make sure your computer is synchronized with the atomic clock. If it's not, your lag is going to be high. Let me see if I can pull mine up. It's a download. This is what it looks like here. And I can update it now. But what I've done is I've put in the settings of my my synchronization is that it will automatically synchronize with the atomic clock every hour. So every hour, it's going to synchronize automatically. And that's right in the settings. If you go to settings, whoops, this will come up, and you could do it every 15 minutes, every 1 hour. It's totally up to you. But you got to have this if you're a trader. All right. Well, let's see what happens this afternoon. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we get that interest rate cut. Tomorrow is going to be a great day. Great day. We'll be back same time, same place. God willing, we'll be back. And let's try to make some money tomorrow. It should be a great day to trade. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. So long.